Good morning, party people. Good morning. It's Friday. We made it to Friday. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Hi. Welcome into Thunderhorse Descendant on a Friday. I gotta have a few zips of coffee. I don't know if y'all know this, but I sleep in on Friday. Normally, I get up at 6. Winter's doing some havoc. But not on Friday. On Friday, nobody is here. The girls are not here. Shannon doesn't come in. Phyllis doesn't come in. And so I sleep till 7:30 sometimes. I slept till 7:30 today, so I'm not quite awake yet. It takes me a good 2 hours to get my life together. I mean, I'm still doing stuff, but I'm like, meh. I don't know if I'm camera ready yet. I gotta have a few more zips. Amy wakes up way too early, 3:30. I just went to bed at 1:30. I finished my book, and now I'm out of credits, so I gotta wait till next month to get the other book, which is fine, I guess. I'm not gonna pay $21 for it. I refuse. I'm like, I'll just wait a week. I got things to do. How are we all doing this morning? You guys doing good? Let me see. Let me get the comment. Go back up here, see what's going on. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Linda. Hello, Susie. Hi, Amy. Good afternoon, Anita. Hello. Kimberly, good morning. Jenny. Deborah, good morning. Hello, hello. Don Dragon Slayer's in the house. Hi, Susie. Hi, Sandy. Hello, Mary. Miss Mary, Miss Mary. Good morning, PK. Cynthia's here. Good morning. And Miss Bonnie's here. Good morning. Hot air balloon thingy this weekend. Oh, you know, my cousin wanted to go on a hot air balloon ride. They were going to do that in South Dakota. I was like, ooh, not me. I'll stay on the ground, thanks. Oh, way too much anxiety to be in a hot air balloon. Although, if you didn't have anxiety or a fear of heights like I do, perhaps you would really enjoy that. I still wake up at 5 to milk cows. Yup. Yeah, I like to see them in the sky. That'd be fine. I couldn't imagine being in one of those little baskets. And then you got to be up there with that guy who runs it, right? I don't know him. And I'm pretty sure my biggest fear is the bottom of the basket is going to just fall out. But they look nice going by. Not going in a hot air balloon either. Thanks, PK. Me and you can party on the ground. Not doing it. Me and you and Bonnie. Oh, you have fear of the fire. I forgot all about the fire. Okay. There seems to be a lot of maybe perhaps fears and anxieties with hot air balloons. Good morning. Welcome to Friday. You guys, that's so silly today. Has anybody ever... Oh, Lois is going to go. She'll go. Have you ever been in a hot air... Has anybody ever been in one? Or what's happening with that? You've never even been on a plane? Oh, I remember my first flight I took. I was like 18. And luckily for me, there was a soldier next to me. I didn't know him, but I was freaking out, and he was like, we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. I'm like, all right. I believe you. But I had like really bad air cabin pressure or whatever in my ears. It hurt so bad. And it still gets like that sometimes. If the plane like descends too fast or whatever, like I think when I was little, I probably should have had like, I don't know what they do. Put tubes in your ears or something. Like I always get pressure in my ears that won't go away for like days at a time. Hello, I don't know him. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know him. I don't like to go anywhere in little contained spaces with people I don't know. I might not like you. We're going to be up here a long time. I don't know. Anyway, there's been a small change in plans. So I talked to Mama Thunderhorse this morning. She told me she was already on the road. I was expecting her to be here around 7, 8 o'clock, 6, 7, 8, whatever. Nope. She's already halfway here. She's like, I will be there at 2. I was like, oh, okay. So now I was going to go to the store, but I'm not going to be able to do this and then go there and then make it back by 2. So we're just going to go a different day. I don't know what day. Maybe Monday when we're not having a sale or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We shall figure it out. Okay. So today we are going to be working on some things. Well, here's my earrings. I got to get these out of the way. I wanted to try them on for you because now I believe they're officially dry. Do I want to wear these helper backs? I might. I don't know. Put them here. I don't know. I'm so excited. Me and Mom are gonna, well, before Mom gets here, I gotta go put the air conditioner in her room, like a window one. And it's on the 2nd floor, which I've never done that before because Jeff usually does it. It's one of the ones that goes in the window. He said there's like a piece of wood I have to put in. It's like a stabilizer. I don't know where that is, but I gotta find it. I'll just be dropping air conditioners out the window, it probably would not be good. So I gotta do that, and then there's a few things I gotta do up there, get her room ready and get her TV situated and whatever, because I don't have a TV up there, but I let her use my computer, my laptop, to watch like Amazon Prime and stuff, because she always has the TV on. She likes to always have the TV on, like noises going on, like even when she goes to sleep. I could never. I would just be like, no. Sorry, I'm kind of getting the stuff out of the way here. This is trash. Trash. Okay. Miss Winter is having some kind of hairball situation. Excuse me, miss. Could you maybe go do that over there or something? Okay. Good morning. So anywho, we're gonna probably go to the store on a different day. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're doing girl weekend stuff, whatever that is going to entail. We don't generally have a plan. I'm excited. Good morning. The earrings turned out really nice. Thanks. So here they are. This is the finished product. I did finish this in an after coffee video and posted it on YouTube yesterday. So if you got to see it, when I do those after coffee videos, I don't really like do too much like editing or anything. I'm just like, here we are doing stuff. I'm gonna run over you. You gotta move, Missy. She just was like, oh, roll over and do cuteness? No. Okay. Don't you bite my toes. Don't you bite my toes. Hey, little miss. She's biting my sandal. What am I doing? Oh, I'm putting earrings on. So, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Well, I guess I didn't check to see if they were all completely dry. I assume they are. Moment of truth. What do we got? I can't really see because it's like sideways. I can't tell if it's straight or not. Good afternoon. Obviously, since I'm wearing these, it will be for me. That's the first time I made these types, so I just want to, for science, give it a whirl. What do you think? Is that good? I can't really tell if they are, I think I kind of enjoy it. I was concerned this part might be a little bit, you know, poking in, and it does touch, but since we rolled that side in, it's not pokey or anything. No more than like a big chunky earring would be. Hey, and very light, lighter than I expected, honestly. Well, okay then. I'm gonna say it's a win. We'll give them a whirl. We'll give them a wear. We'll see what happens. I better tighten them up a little bit. There we go. Are they pokey? They're not pokey. Well, when we took apart the cone, and if you missed this part, so we took apart this cone, we just unrolled it and then made it into a fan. And then this part's we rolled in with the round nose on each side. I think that is going to have to be, if you were to do this design, I think that's a must, because otherwise if it was out there, it would be pokey. But as of right now, no, not pokey. So I could have even done maybe a little drop in between, not a long one, but like maybe a little one in between these three. That could have been cute. I was concerned about the weight on the filigree, but they're actually very light, so hey. This would also be cute with the clip-ons. I might have to try the clip-on version. See how that goes. Let's stop problems. Yeah, I missed that part. Oh, sorry, Dorothy. Yeah, I rolled that in. We rolled that in when we undid it. Yes, 2 days ago. Whenever it is, we were doing this. So, very cool. This is the first time I've made these, so usually if there's like something that I make that I've never made before, if it's not like a, you know, like a twist off of something else I've made, I always like to keep it and then give it a trial run, wear it, you know, make sure everything's gonna go the way I want, because, you know, that's important, the wearing. The wearing, in my opinion, is one of the most important things. All right, now today we had these items left in our little bag of beads that Shannon provided, so we're gonna do these up today. So these are the garden quartz, garden / phantom quartz. This is a whole strand. The strand was $18, yeah. And this guy, I want to say it was 27 or 26. These are drilled by Jeff and cut by Jeff and polished by Jeff at the bead store, which is hence the expensiveness. But I kind of dig this one. This one's giving me very like yin yang vibes, like you know, the light and the dark of all of the, you know, things. So I really like that. So we're gonna do that up. I gotta get a little more coffee. Sorry. I'm not quite there yet. Especially for nodding. I don't know if my self is gonna work today. Whew. I went to are you just super lovey today? You're just super lovey pants. That's fine. Give me super lovey pants if you want to. Come. I went to the District 6 AA meeting last night. So, if you don't know this, I always go to AA on Thursday and Saturday. And the district was there. So they gave us provided dinner, which was nice. And I had all of the desserts. So that might also be why I'm so tired. I had all of them. Cookies and Rice Krispie bars and more cookies and cake and just Twinkies. I had half a Twinkie. I had half of the Twinkie. I had all the things. All right, let's do this, huh? So here's the dealio. Let me zoom out a little bit. So I have this one strand of the pebbles. I have my pendant. Then I have my seal-on cording. Let me put these tools away so they're not in my way. So many of you have seen me do this before, but just in case you're new here or you have not seen me do this before, this is 0.5 millimeter seal-on. This is the kind that we always sell on our website. Same size. I always get the same size because this is the size I use. So anyway, this is the 0.5. I have it in this color here, which I thought was pretty fitting. And so we are going to get ourselves a tweezer. We are going to use our backup tweezer because I can't still find the 3 that I own, or 4. So I'm using the shovel tweezer, the backup shovel tweezer. I don't know where my other ones are. They must be packed up in the travel case somewhere. I remember putting them in there because I was like, oh, I could do some knotting projects. FYI, knotting projects are really easy to do when you're on the road or if you're traveling or whatever, because you don't need a lot of tools, obviously. So, to get this started, it's pretty simple. The first thing that we're going to do is we got to take a look at which way we want to be going with our stuff. So we're going to look at our stuff here. So this one has a pretty much a larger hole than the actual beads. I got to make some needles for these. What I'm doing is I'm testing to see if I want or need to do a double strand of string. So what I always do, just to be safe, is I do one whole wingspan and a half. And that's how much string I use. 1.5 wingspans is what you're gonna need. Probably won't need that much because I'm actually gonna make this one like not super long. I always usually make mine shorter because I like to wear them shorter. That's just personal preference. You do what you want. I'd say if you want to do a long one, you should maybe do two wingspans. So I'm gonna get this little piece of plastic and I'm gonna make myself some needles with my Loctite super glue. And I'm just going to put those on there. And I'm going to get the end. And I'm just going to run it through the super glue like so. Okay, put that over there so it don't stick to your mat because that's a pain in the butt. Put a little more super glue. Get this other end over here. I do make my needles longer because throughout the project sometimes I need to cut off like frizziness or fray at the end and I don't like to have to remake it, so I just do extra. Alright, good to go. Trashy trash. But can you macrame with the seal-on you are using? Yes, I would say yes. I've never done that, but I would say yes. Good morning. Sorry, I'm reading comments. Good morning, Rose. I did that once with a large hook and some of the ends worked their way out. A large hook. I use the cord all the time for macrame. Well, there you go. So I'm waiting for these to dry, and then once they're dry and I have the needles on, I'm gonna see if I need to do 2 inside of this little bead, and if not, then we'll just do 1 cord. I'm kind of thinking I only need to do 1. And then I'm going to split these We can do that while we're waiting. Because I want to make sure that I have enough for each side. I am kind of grabbing the same bead and as I'm splitting, like, you know, color-wise. So it don't look way off kilter. Not necessarily the size of the bead, but just the color. Okay, that is done. I just got my order from the sale. Yay! Good for you, Lori. Rosanna, is your show this weekend? Love the fairy ears and the barrettes. It must be this weekend. She said she made like 150 barrettes or something crazy. Maybe it wasn't that many. Yes, Fairy Festival is this weekend. Oh, you get to set up early. That's nice. Mary has a show this weekend as well. The Rustic Dragonfly, good morning. Welcome in. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to put additional beads, but let me see if my stuff is dry here. So we can try these out. So always, once these are dry, I just cut at an angle just to imitate a needle. Just makes it easier for putting beads on. And if maybe you didn't get the end part all full of glue. Okay, so let's take a look-see. Oh yeah, I could do two. Might check another bead just in case. I always like to check a couple because, you know, sometimes in stones the drills are not always the same. It seems to go on pretty easy. Maybe some from the other side. Okay, cool. So now what we need to do, since re-arc, we can use two. So I always check to see if I want to use one or two. Because I'm going to do a whole nother strand now. So again, 1.5 length bands. Because a lot of times if you can fit you can fit two strands into the bead, you might have to do a bigger knot. But if you just do it with two strands, you can do like your singular regular knot. But if you have a skinnier strand and bigger bead hole, you either need to put a spacer bead or do like a doubled up knot. So you're actually making more work for yourself. This is my personal opinions, allegedly. You do what you want. Yeah, I hope you guys all do good at your shows. Sell it all. Everything's for sale. Okay. Gotta wait for those to dry now. Good luck with all of your shows. Danielle Wicks has some great tutorials for jewelry macrame. So, just to be clear, macrame is like where you tie the knots, right? Like hemp making and like knotting and stuff like that. Yeah, I've only ever made I made like you know how everybody made like little friendship bracelets like with the carousel knot and everything. I have branched out and tried a few other little things, but most of them are just things I made up in my head. It's so hot in Missouri, it's hard to set up. You're soaked by the time you set up. Oh, at the show? Yeah. This cord works great with jewelry macrame. Those turtle bracelets I posted on the group with the square knots are beading wire using this cording. Oh, I did not know that, Kim. They looked really pretty. All right. Well, it's still a little bit wet. This one glued itself to the little dish. This one's dry. This one still needs a little bit of time. Okay, so now I want to decide if I am going to put additional beads. I don't think that I'm really going to need to by the time I get going up with all this. It'll probably be the length I want it to be, which is about 18 inches. But if you wanted to add additional length, you could. I could even use maybe a few of these guys. Let's see if they fit on my cord. These little crystals as like a spacer situation. This one, yeah, I could do that. They could be sparkly. Let me try another one. So once you first start going with your glued needles, it takes them a little bit to get quote unquote worked in because they have now additional, stuff on them. They're coated, so they are gonna be a little bit thicker. But as you start to work with them, they usually kind of relax a little bit because some of that stuff gets off of there. But if there is an issue, you can always go like this. So seed bead fits on this cording, right? So I know these are gonna fit. So you bring it down to where it's not stiff and you pull it down like that, and then you should be able to get your second needle in there. So where there is a will, there is a way. So it's not an issue. Okay, so I could do that. I could use these as little spacers, perhaps. Do I want to put them up towards the top, or do I want to space them in? To be decided, I guess. No. Is there a store today? TF today, my mom is on her way here. So if you guys don't know, my mom lives in Arizona. And she said she's going to be here at 2 o'clock. So I thought originally she was going to be here later than that, but this is not the case. Alright, so now to get this going, we're going to marry these up. And make sure nothing's tangly. And they're not quite the same because I didn't actually measure them the same, but that's fine. So I'm going to start in the middle with my pendant. I want this to be the front. And I think I may have to put a little, well, it depends on. Depends on. Let me get this down here and see where we're at without everything getting tangled up. So sometimes what I do is I'll put like little spacers or something around the pendant so it makes it easier to tie the knots. Sorry. This starting out business can be a little bit tricky. Okay, so there's a couple of things you could do. If you didn't want to put little spacers on the edge here, you know, and just start going with your knotting, you could do a knot here on the top to hold it into place. Like, so it would be like this. You could just do like an overhand knot and then split from there. It's up to you. Normally, that's what I do, is I just will tie a knot here, or sometimes I'll tie a knot here, and then if I have like a cool spacer bead or something, I'll put another one there and then I'll split them. So that's probably what I'll do. Do I have a cool spacer bead I want to use? I don't know if I do. Decisions. All right, get this party started. One, two. So I'm going to come in here through the loop, and I'm going to grab a hold where I want it to be. Now, I kind of like mine when I'm doing this. I actually don't always use the tweezer. I kind of like to just pull it down for this particular knot with my finger and just put it where it feels like it needs to go, because I like that kind of thing. Then I pull these individually. Okay, so there's my knot, and this is the start of it. This pendant is gorgeous. I have a Herkimer diamond I need to locate. Yeah, that would be really cool. Okay, so now you have these 4 cords coming out, and then I'm going to split them. I generally just split them however, like, you know, however they're kind of letting me know that they want to be split. Get that out of the way. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. Doesn't really matter. So now you can see when I'm pulling these cords, and this is going to be hanging, that my pendant is in fact going to be hanging the correct way, and that's what I want. So I'm going to start over here on this side. These are my beads for this side. Now you could do some small, you could do a little smaller bead here to first start out, like maybe starting with the crystal or something, because the V, if you put large beads here at the V, a lot of times they will touch, so it's kind of up to you. I think maybe I will try to do the crystal first, just so that the V kind of, you know, is giving a more natural split. I'm going to get my ends here. And I already know that I kind of got to do these one at a time, so I'm going to bring it down to the relaxed part, and then I'm going to put this in there. Bring it down, and there we go. Good morning. So you want to make sure, especially if your ends aren't even, like mine aren't really even, that you have all the slack out of there. And so then this is the move. This is the move. If you don't know the move, it's really easy. As long as you don't have knots in your cord over here. Okay, so you push it down, and then you're going to wrap around 3 fingers, 2 fingers, how many ever fingers it takes. You're going to act as though this is one cord. You're going to go through the loop, pull it all the way through, 1. You're going to go again, 2. Easy peasy. You're going to come in with your tweezer, and you're going to put that through the loop, and then you're going to grab hold of what we consider to be the base cords, which is these, where your bead is. you're going to put your tweezer down towards the tippy tip, okay? And wherever you put your tweezer is where your knot is going to go. So if you want it to be right up there next to the bead, that's where you need to put it. So you're going to put it like that. The important part here is that your loop is on the tweezer. It's not over here. It's on the tweezer. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the tails. This is important. You're going to pull the tails straight up towards the camera. Straight up. You're going to push this down into the mat at the same time. Do not pull it this way. If you pull it this way, you're going to start to get an angle in your knotting and it's going to get weird. So that's how you get a lot of slack and stuff. So you want to pull it straight up. So you're going to take this tail and you're going to pull it straight up towards the camera. It's going to look like this. On the tippy tip of the tweezer. Now this is important because you're going to pull the tweezer out of there. So you want to make sure that there's no hubbub going on with it. You don't got loops sticking out or anything. You're going to put the whole thing down. Okay, put it down. Pull the tweezer out. Put it down. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put our tweezer up above the knot. This is going to be with a little bit of loose. You're going to slide down. So you don't want to be wrecking your cording or anything. So it's going to be loose, but it's got to be a little bit firm. And again, straight up towards the camera. You are going to push down with the tweezer and pull up with the tail to lock the knot into place. So here's the knot. Once you have the knot, you're then going to push the bead just a little smidge to lock it into place. And there's your knot. So now you've made a bigger knot, excuse me, you've made a bigger knot with the two sets of cords than you would with one. And this is why it's important. We're going to move on to the next bead. Okay, have a lovely day, Ginny. We're going to move on to the next bead. Now, I am going to kind of pick and choose my bead that I want to put. You know, I have a green on this side, so I think my first bead I'll probably maybe put like a more clear one. This is just for, you know, design-y choices, whatever you want to do. So these two strands will fit in there pretty comfortably. If you were only using one, you would have to do double knots or more knots or whatever, because then you most likely this bead would slip over the top of your knot. Once you get gravity involved, when this is finished and all the beads that are hanging on the strand are pushing down on the knots that are down towards the front, it'll push the beads over your knots if your knots aren't big enough. So instead of wasting all that time tying all them extra knots, we're just using two pieces of cording. This allows you to also use one roll of cording and not have to buy different sizes of cording if you can just work around the cording that you already have. These are $4.99, so it's not like super crazy, but like, you know, we want all the colors because we like colors. Okay, again, wrap around. Bring it through, all the way. 1, 2. Come in with the tweezer, through the loop. I'm going to go to the base cord on top of the bead. Sometimes I do a little bit of space. Okay, this is over here. What? Yeah, you see him? He's trying to jump off. No, stay on the bridge. Okay, we're going to get a hold of the tails over here. And something stuck to me. Oh, it's on my ring. Okay, so you can see where I have this. Maybe you can't see. You can see that there is slack in there. Okay, so you kind of want to get that slack out a little bit before you start carrying on. And maybe you do this by kind of shaking it around a little bit. Okay. So you make sure you got it out. You're going to pull your tweezer out. put it down. Why are we putting it down? We're putting it down because gravity. Okay. You can see, this one might be a little rough for me because I didn't get all my slack out. We'll see what happens. You put it down. Push it into place. Nope. Didn't go. So this is what happens when you don't get all your slack out of your string before you push it in. So we're going to assess the situation. You can see right here where the problem is. Right here, there's a loop of excess string that didn't come out. You see that? That's because when I pulled it down onto the tweezer, I didn't get all the slack out before I pushed it in. Okay, but don't freak out, don't panic. We're not panickers. Okay, what we need to do is we just need to take this knot out. You're going to get your dowel. And do it without poking your finger. And try to get that guy out of there. Well, you know you already got a loop right here, so you should be able to get this knot going. Oop. You also want to be very careful that you're not messing up the integrity of your string. So you're just gonna take your time. Wiggle this little dowel in there. This is gonna make it loose. And if you have more struggle, you can take your tweezer and just kind of squeeze your knot the other way. And try not to poke your finger. That's the most important part. Doo-doo. So this is what we call a surgeon's knot. And as you can see, it's very serious. Alright, I think I'm in. Not quite all the way. Okay, so I'm taking this out. You can see I'm just going under the loops that we actually made. Right? Because you don't want to just poke anywhere into your string. When you do that, you're gonna mess up the integrity of your string. So you want to really carefully try to get under the loops. And then this is a tapered dowel. So for the most part, we can kind of just wiggle it down and create this bigger loop inside so that we can't get this knot out. And so this is the process if you make a mistake. It's not always pretty, but it is doable. Okay, so that one is being some kind of difficult. Grandma said, "Ooh, I poked my finger." Grandma said, "Beading will teach you patience and frustration." Okay, so now that I got it loose, I'm undoing the knot the way that I put it in there, one at a time. Try to anyway. Oh, you're jumping off the mat, little pendant. No, she gets scratched out. All right. Let's make sure we got all our little loopies out of here. Hi, Jefferson. Remember not to panic. We're back to where we started. Okay, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I would like to point out that the integrity of the string appears to be intact. There's no like visible craziness going on. And here we go again. 1, 2. Come in through the loop. Up to the top of the bead. Down pretty far. Make sure you get all the slack out before you go pushing it in there. No slack. Impressive, Randee. Thank you. Put it down. Take the tweezer out. And pull and push the tail. Ooh, I just hit the camera. Push your bead a little bit. And there we go. We got this. We got this. We got this. The camera's not focusing. Why not focusing? Is it too shiny for you to focus? Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I just sent you a reading. Good stuff. Well, Jefferson is sending me readings. Good morning. I just got informed earlier in the week that they are giving me a second booth space for free. Wish I had a double canopy, but didn't have time to get to it. Oh. Well, maybe that's just the part that's not under the canopy. That's cool though. All right. Now, do I want to do like a pattern of some kind, or do I just want to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2? I think I'm going to do... I think I want to put another bead. Another stone. I'm going to put one of these green ones. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. That's still Pink Panther. I'm singing that for days. Do-do, 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 do-do. Oh yeah, that looks cute. I want to do 2. You know I like to do things in 3s. Maybe I'll do 2 just because I never do 2. Now I'm going to put one of these little sparkly guys. The knot is the one I use for stitch bracelets. It holds great. I like the crystal there. Yeah, the crystal is cute. I usually do 3, a pattern of 3. It's just always, I don't know, that's just a thing I do. But I think for today, since I just feel like doing it because I never do it. I'm going to put this guy. I'll put him on there, bring him down to the relaxed part. Yeah, he'll be cute there. And then once you get going on this and you got yourself started and, you know, you're just going, it's actually really kind of relaxing. Cool, right? It's going to be gorgeous. Yes, I think it is going to be gorgeous. So that is what I will be working on probably today a little bit after I get all my other little things done. I'm going to go to this other side just so you can see the V. And like I said, many of you have seen this before, but so going onto the other side now just so you can see what it looks like when it splits. I don't know if I cut these. I don't think I did. I'll cut these at an angle. Maybe I did. Okay. And so I'm going to put on a crystal. And it's just the same move down here. So that's how it's going to look at the V, which I think is pretty cute. Now, when I do the other side, I do just flip it. I flip it and I put it over here because this side is just more comfortable for me because I'm right-handed. So I just flip the whole thing over. And I just pretend like nothing happened. I get all of this slack out and do the same thing. Winter just noticed I'm working with string. Yay! Do the loop. Grab a hold right above the crystal. Pull out all the slack. And there we go. The stone is, for those of you who are just joining, the stone is a garden quartz, and so are these other ones. I got them at TF. We sold these ones on Monday. They're $18 a strand, so they're garden quartz and or called phantom quartz. And so is the pendant, which was also from TF. These were a little spendier. These were like $27, and these ones were $18. So now once I get done, and I get everything the way I want it. What I'll do is I will give a little spritz of water and I'll hang it on this camera thing. And I'll let it hang here for like a day and let it dry so that gravity can take a hold of it. It'll hang the way it's supposed to. The knots will be wet so they'll slide a little bit, but then when they dry, they're going to lock in. Nothing crazy, just a little mist, okay? Just a half a whisper of water after I got everything on it so it can relax. I always generally do that with all of the stringing things that I make because they, you know, like once you start wearing them and stuff and they start to get worn in, they will stretch out a smidge. But this is triple strand twisted nylon cording basically. So it's going to give a little bit. I haven't knotted in a minute. I appreciate the fresher upper. Yeah. I did buy some of these beads in the live sale. I'm feeling I need to do the knot. Yeah, it's super fun. Sorry it's so dark in here today, guys. We've got like overcast. Everybody's talking about how hot they are and all that stuff, and it has not been hot here in Minnesota. It's been like 70, which is great for me because I like that kind of weather. But it's been mostly rainy and stuff. But anyway, yeah, once we get that stretch going on in the water little situation, like where these are looking a little funny when they're laying on the mat, those will then even out with all the weight. So there you go. If you do start a knotting project today, I don't know that I will have time to finish this one. I have a number of videos where I do knotting projects on. Some of them are like I've done them a lot for Bargain Bead Box and stuff, where I show at the end how to finish them. So if you did want to get one going today and you're like, how do I finish this? I do have videos where it shows you how to finish it if you need that. How I do it. Everybody does it differently. So it's up to you, but your time is coming in Minnesota for the heat, according to the weather folks. I bought the cord Monday during the sale, so I am super excited to do some knotting. Yay! Do you not have any, Amy, of the Ceylon? Is this your first go with the Ceylon? I love Ceylon. I have it in all colors. I have this really cool one that I kept from a couple sales ago. Of course, it's lime green. I love it. Well, and I was supposed to go to the store today and get more Ceylon for the website or for the sale. So FYI, in case you were wondering, we're still in our July split sale doings. This one's brand new. I saved this from the sale last time. These are $4.99 a piece. I was going to get some more Ceylon for the sale that will take place not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, because we're still on that doings. But now I guess I'm doing different stuff. I'm gonna go get Mom's room ready and get all her, stuff ready for her. And then I should probably clean my room before my mother gets here. By room, I mean my house. Yeah, probably. Should probably do the dishes. We do have a few orders going out today. I got them out on the porch. You guys are mothers. You know how that is. You just get to your child's house and you're just like, this is how you live? Did I teach you nothing? My mom would never say that. She doesn't care, but I do. Do you ever modify your design to allow for a lower price point due to more expensive beads? Yes, I do. These are just the beads that, if you are just joining, these are the beads that we got in our Unseen and Unbothered pouch. So that's a playlist that we do here on Morning Coffee. And so what happens is just things that we've sold in our sale or will sell or have sold in the past. My assistant Shannon, she puts them into just like a little makeup bag. And then she just gives me one in the morning, so I don't know what's in there, and it's like a design on the fly. It's like an unboxing with a design on the fly, and these are the things that she gave us. I think that started a couple of days ago, because she put quite a number of things in the bag this time. So I actually had to end up making 3 different projects. These earrings was one of them, this necklace, and we made her some ice cream cone earrings the first day. So that's just kind of how we do it, because it's fun. Sometimes if I have a lot of time to get into my head about a design, or I'm like, oh, these, and I want to do all this, and then by the time I get around to doing it, I'm already done with it. Like, I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, you're boring. That's just me. So I like the little surprise element, and I think everybody else likes the surprise element of like, I don't know what it is either, so we're gonna figure it out together. But it actually works out pretty cool, because it's almost like the FOC kind of deal, where you don't know what you're gonna get, and then you get in there, you're like, well, these are these items, and then what are we gonna do with them? And we come up with new designs like these ones here, and that's how we kind of, that's how I kind of like expand and get into different types of designs that I wouldn't normally make. It's also kind of interesting because Shannon doesn't bead, do you know? I mean, she does. But like, she's made like a couple pair of earrings with instruction, but she's not like a beader or a jewelry maker. So sometimes I get some things and I'm like, this is kind of weird. But it makes it fun. I have a lot of different colors, and I am still looking for more colors. Yeah, we love all the colors. I have to do my FOC this weekend. There's a heart in the way, but I think it says ugly browns. Gloria, you could paint them. What are they? Is it wood? Paint it. You could just, oh, no, okay. Take your ugly browns and put them on really bright colored Ceylon. Oh, it says, browns. Add some really sparkly crystals. Does that help? Hooray for lime green. I have a lot of different colors. Yeah, so the other thing is that I am probably gonna, since I'm now not going to the store, I'm gonna do all these things, and then I'm probably gonna start my Sam's bead box project, like the first project. I don't know that I'm gonna do a plan. I think I'm just gonna do projects and put them out, because I don't want to overcommit to doing more plans than I have to, especially since I'm gonna have company this weekend. And it's a new playlist for us, so I don't know exactly how many I want to make. But I do think what I will do is at the end of the video, I'm gonna do like a plan at the end. Like, these are the beads I have left, and this is what I would do with them. But I'm not actually gonna do with them. Do the designs. I'm just gonna put them out there for you guys to do. I think that's fine. I had gotten some feedback from people. And somebody, I think it was Tammy, I can't remember, she suggested, she was like, oh, well, whatever you don't use, you could put in the magical teapot from the Sam's, or you could put it in the $9 bead bags, or you could put it in the free gifts. And I was like, that's a good idea. I forgot all about the magical teapot. Gotta stock up that magical teapot. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Don't worry, I'm up for the challenge. Good job, Gloria. Oh no, Beth just shivered. Come on, you can do it, Beth. I have, what does it say? For a lower price point due to most expensive beads. Yeah. So anyway, you could use this design for any beads, really. You just have pendants, and you have, maybe they're not even stone beads. You could use glass beads, or, I will say that if you try to use acrylic beads in this design, you'd have to have a pretty heavy pendant, because that's what's going to weigh down, your necklace, because otherwise it'll be kind of, when it doesn't have enough weight. So that's the only thing that I would say about perhaps using really light or acrylic beads. Yeah, just as a reminder, before I jump off here, you guys, FOC is due on the 4th. The 4th. It's due on the 4th at midnight, so that's Sunday. and not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And then we draw on that following Tuesday, which is the 6th. We in the ducky race. But yeah, well, this is a fun one. I think that this is really cool. I like the little pendant. When I saw the pendant, I was like, nodding. And sometimes I always feel like you guys are going to get bored of nodding. Because sometimes when I get on nodding, I'm just like, it's a nodding project. It's a nodding project. But this one looks so good as a nodding project. I don't know. Anyways, you guys, I hope you're all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day today. At the very least, I'm happy you're here and that you've had coffee with us. And maybe you found a little bit of some tips and tricks and inspiration, at the very least, some inspiration for something you're doing. Hey, Boots, are you on Facebook? Oh, Cindy. Yeah, so that's what I got rocking and rolling. I will, again, not be having a sale on Monday, but we will be having a larger split sale the following Monday, I think, is the plan. Actually, I don't know that. I just know we're taking this Monday off. Me and Shannon are still discussing it. So during this time of next week, when we don't have things going on with the sale, we're going to start wrapping up the wedding jewelry bags. So I am getting your Google Forms. There's currently 33 people who have signed up to help make jewelry for my wedding. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. So we are getting those jewelry bags together. So that was just a Google form that went out on Facebook on the group page, and I did send an email, and in the messenger group, if you wanted to participate, there is a Google Forms sign up. It asks some questions and stuff like that. So anyway, me and Shannon talk about next week, we're going to get those little bags together so we can start sending them out. And we'll probably send them out with, like, after a sale or whatever with your order, or whatever we got going on with that. Melissa has messaged in and said that the new invitations are on their way, because we had to reprint the invitations because of our issues. So that's what we got going on with that. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you all have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day, and I will see you on Monday for morning coffee. I didn't see an email. Oh yeah, Gloria, I sent it in the email. That was it was a while ago. It was like maybe last week. It was this week. It was this weekend. Last weekend. It was a while ago. It was Monday. Maybe go back a week and see what's going on with that. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm gonna go get my house ready for my mother to see it, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye bye.